in progress. Suspect is headed towards the Thames. Hang on.
The vehicle is registered to Neville Harris, 640 Bellingham Close.
Well-heeled neighborhood.
He's gone! Set!
But how could he just vanish?
Excellent question, Watson.
British government have put all British financial institutions on the brink of failure. Nobody seems to know how to fail.
Lestrade, respond ASAP immediately.
Oh, where did that dragster go?
You got his EID. Follow it up later. I just got a call from the Pomiero Touring Club.
Pomiero? Well, we're moving up in the world.
Best behaviour, Lestrade. Pomiero's home to some of the wealthiest, most influential people in this country. Just see what they want and try not to destroy anything.
On my way.
What is the Pomiero Touring Club?
Pomiero has the largest collection of luxury vehicles in the country, maybe even the world.
Who are these people?
Locals. They're trying to get Pomiero to turn part of their grounds into a public park. Not much chance, I'd say. Oh, what I'd give to drive one of these beauties.
The vandalized Napoleon Excelsior is here, Inspector. Perhaps you could apply your attention to it.
What exactly is a Napoleon Excelsior?
A technological marvel, and quite simply, the most sumptuous luxury craft ever built.
And who built this marvel?
It was the crowning achievement of Philippe Napoleon's career. It can do New London to Los Angeles in 50 minutes. There are only 30 left in the world today.
Really? Fascinating. All cut identically. What do you make of it, Watson?
Only a sonic gem cutter makes that exacta cut.
Not your ordinary thief or vandal's tool.
I say he was interrupted. Why else leave all these gems? And look, the interior wasn't even touched.
He clearly didn't appreciate the craftsmanship of what he was trying to steal.
But then, why destroy the value of the vehicle by destroying the gems?
Astute observation, my dear Watson. And why bring a gem cutter if his aim was to steal the cruiser? What is the vehicle identity number?
It's NE2094.
He couldn't steal the Napoleon itself, so he went for whatever he could get.
But then why cut into the gems and ruin their value? And observe, Lestrade, I believe none are missing.
The fiend who did this could have taken the Napoleon any time. I'll tell you what he's after. He wants to ruin us.
You know who did this?
We should never have allowed Jack Rizzo to join Pomiero. We've had nothing but trouble ever since.
Trouble. Oh, what kind?
Petty vandalism. Those infernal protesters. Garbage hurled at members entering the club. But this is an abomination.
These incidents, were they all related to the neighborhood park dispute?
Of course! All Jack Rizzo's doing. What are you waiting for? Arrest him!
Perhaps you and Lestrade could interview Mr. Rizzo. I would like to track down this Philippe Napoleon.
You can't. The man is long dead. But his son is our club mechanic. No, he's right through there.
I shall catch up to you later.
Can I help you?
Are you Mark Napoleon? Sherlock Holmes. You heard about the vandalism next door?
I'm not surprised. With all those jewels. But I wonder why they didn't go for this one, too.
Indeed. The vehicle ID number on this one is 1032. The one next door is 2094. Perhaps that has something to do with it.
That means this one was one of the 32nd Napoleon produced. The other was one of the last 6 produced the week my father died. They only built 2,000 of them altogether.
Are all these your father's inventions?
Yes.
A perpetual motion machine. I remember studying the Da Vinci drawings in school. Well, too bad it doesn't work.
Father was fascinated with finding an endless power source.
Curious that such a brilliant inventor would be interested in such antiquated notions. Unless... he was a gemologist, too.
Many of these crystals he fabricated himself. I loved playing with them as a boy.
Do you recall any other things he was working on?
He thought the Excelsior would make him lots of money, but it was too costly to produce.
What happened?
He was under so much pressure. I was only 7, but I remember a lot of arguing between him and his production chief, Sam Timble. Father always had a weak heart. Pressure was just too much.
And the company?
Timble ran it for a time, but with sales floundering and my father dead, it soon went bankrupt.
What happened to Timble?
No idea. Last I heard, he went to Europe.
You wouldn't still have your father's old production records, would you?
That and everything he ever invented. The address is on the key.
Thank you.
Jack Rizzo. Watson, everything you got.
He has a lengthy juvenile record. Served 5 years for credit fraud.
How does he afford all this?
He was an amateur drag racer until he won the lottery 2 years ago. He gets 3 million credits a year for the rest of his life.
Inspector Lestrade, New Scotland Yard.
Whoa! Yanni's a whole lot foxy these days. Please, come in. Impressive, ain't it?
That isn't exactly the word I had in mind, Mr. Rizzo.
My friends call me Jack. Lemon fizz?
Mr. Rizzo, I've just come from the Pomiero Touring Club.
You've been talking to Summersby, haven't you? Stiff's trying to nail the Napoleon on me, isn't he?
You know about the vandalism?
Word gets around. They just gave me the boot because I tried to buy the place and turn it into a public park.
Back to the Napoleon, Mr. Rizzo. Did you try to steal it?
Me? What a hoot. Come here. Now, why would I need another vehicle?
You tell me. Lexington Repo. I know their Hov trucks anywhere. Behind on some hovercraft payments, are we?
Excuse me, there's some kind of mistake.
Lestrade, look!
It's just like the hovercraft we lost on the Thames. Check the electronic ID.
The very same. Owner Neville Harris.
So, what is Jack Rizzo doing with it?
So that was you, Inspector. Fancy bit of driving. You should try drag racing sometime.
You're under arrest, Mr. Rizzo. Speeding, evading arrest, maybe even cruiser theft.
Hold on, little lady. I can explain everything.
And you will. Down at the yard. Cuff him, Watson. Mr. Harris, you're telling me that you let Rizzo borrow your hovercraft because he was behind on the payments for his own vehicles?
I told you I didn't steal it.
Why would you let a man you barely know borrow such an expensive vehicle?
He has given me some excellent tips on the hollow horses.
If that's it, Inspector, we've set the court date on my vehicular infractions. I'm already late for a very important engagement.
I'll bet. I'll see you in court. I don't trust that man.
Inspector, have you arrested that lunatic Rizzo yet?
Yes, no. But I'm glad you called. Rizzo claims you booted him out of the Pomiero because of his involvement with the local park movement.
Indeed not. I gave him the boot because he was 5 months behind on his dues.
We've got a potential riot situation. All inspectors report for duty ASAP immediately.
Sorry, Mr. Summersby. I've got to run.
But it's a rally outside the Kensington Touring Club.
Rizzo!
Watson, I need to find a Sam Timble.
Not now, Holmes. There's been a development at the Kensington Touring Club.
Indeed.
500 acres. 200 club members? Is this fair?
bet this is Rizzo's doing. Find him. Holmes, Rizzo's at it again, trying to incite a crowd to riot.
I believe you shall find larger crimes afoot here, Lestrade.
I haven't found Rizzo, but I've discovered another Napoleon Excelsior has been vandalized.
We'll be right there.
The vehicle registration number should fall between 2095 and 3000.
Good heavens, man! How did you guess? It's number 2098.
I didn't guess, Watson. I deduced. Just as I have deduced the 4 other Napoleons with ID numbers above 2094 will also be vandalized if we do not find them first.
Another touring club across town was just broken into. Same MO. Ugh, I should never have let Jack Rizzo back on the street.
Forget Mr. Rizzo, Lestrade. How could he be at the rally and break into the club on the other side of New London at the same time? Lestrade, check the vehicle ID number on the newly vandalized cruiser across town. We must account for each of them. Watson, locate Sam Timble, and I suspect we can finally unravel this mystery.
Where are you going?
To Philippe Napoleon's warehouse. Believe me, Lestrade, this has nothing to do with the park protests, nor is it common vandalism. As I suspected, someone's tried to get in before me. Amyl nitrate. Excellent. He didn't get in. Computer on. I want any and all information on Napoleon Excelsiors, VIN numbers 2094 to 3000, the buyers and the addresses. Watson, quickly, come to 540 Hoxton Street. Alert the fire department.
Oh, are you all right?
Yes, hurry! Well done, Watson. What did you find on Sam Timble?
Does the man ever slow down?
Timble went to Europe 20 years ago. There's been no trace of him since.
Au contraire, my friend. Timble's a chemist now, but he served a long stint in a Spanish prison. He's had a rough go ever since. He has an unfortunate weakness for junk food, which isn't helping his high blood pressure one bit.
How did you sort all that out from just a pair of shoe prints?
I recognize this print from my study of current footwear. It is worn by inmates of the Spanish prison system. That he is still wearing prison shoes indicates he can't afford new ones. Note the ragged edges here and here. Chemicals must have repeatedly contacted the soles to dissolve so much rubber.
Astounding, Holmes!
That he managed to avoid detection for a full 20 years makes me suspect that most of that time was spent in prison, and perhaps under an assumed name. Earlier, I found a freshly used vial of amyl nitrate, primitive medicine for high blood pressure. And as for his fondness for junk food, behold, a fresh French fry. We must track down the 3 remaining Napoleon Excelsiors with VIN numbers higher than 2094 and stake them out.
I still don't understand why.
If you want to catch your man, Lestrade, that is how we shall finally do it.
Watson here. I've just arrived to the Regent Touring Club. Everything seems quiet here.
Same here at Pimlico. You sure this guy's gonna show?
Be patient, Lestrade. I see him. He's already here.
We're on our way.
Careful, Holmes.
Well done, Mr. Timble. You finally located Philippe Napoleon's long-lost power crystal.
Yes. There's no way you're taking it from me. I've slaved 15 years for that cheapskate.
That is what Mark heard you two arguing about the week his father died, isn't it? You realize those crystals Philippe Napoleon made for his son were more than pretty baubles. And when he perfected his invention, you tried to force Philippe to tell you how it worked. He had to hide it where it would be safe from you.
But then he died and the company went under. I took his designs to Europe and tried to duplicate his work.
But with no seed money, you resorted to crime to finance your experiments.
20 years in prison gave me time to figure out where the crystal must be. It's gonna make me a gazillionaire.
Put it down, Timble. You're under arrest. Police! Hold! After him!
Watson, quick! The Excelsior!
Heavens, what a powerful vehicle!
We just spotted Timble at Big Bend, Lestrade, heading north.
Good. I'll cut him off. I see him. I'm sending out an electrical pulse. It should disable his guidance systems. Freeze, Timble. You're under arrest.
Get me out of here! I can't swim!
Come on in. We finally got our park.
I still don't understand how you zeroed in on the power crystal so quickly.
Simple fitting fact to theory, my dear Watson. You thought someone wanted to steal that first Napoleon Excelsior. But then, why bring along the sonar gem cutter? And why destroy the value of the vehicle? Lestrade suggested it was a jewel theft or a simple vandalism. No gems were ever stolen, and the damage was too precise to be mere vandalism, which forced me to look for another explanation. When Mark Napoleon told me about his father's interest in perpetual motion machines, I began to wonder if our vandal was searching for something far more valuable than either the Excelsior or the gems. Perhaps his father had discovered a new power source. Mark remembered his father and Timble arguing that last week before Philippe died. And the fact only the last 6 cruisers built were being targeted led me to deduce that whatever it was Timble was looking for was hidden on one of them. Finally, my facts fit the theory.
Nice piece of work, Sherlock.
I owe you an apology, Mr. Rizzo.
Forget about it, Inspector. You helped me get reinstated and got Summersby to go public.
I misjudged your motives, Mr. Rizzo.
Jack.
Jack.
Now I got just one more thing you can help me with. I want the park named Jack Rizzo Community Park. Got a nice ring to it, don't it? Come on, I bet you could get that old gasbag Summersby to do that, can't you?
The prestigious Pomiero Touring Club changing their name to Jack Rizzo Community Park. Even the formidable Inspector Lestrade couldn't pull that one off, I'm afraid.
Not when we still have a date in traffic court. Right, Jack?